Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 516 of Geeks in Space. I am Rob Commander Taco Mulder, and joining me in pretend low Earth orbit are two of the greatest geeks that you're ever going to greet. We got ourselves a Chris DeBona, nope, a Rob Roseboom, and a Chris DeBona.
Hey.
Hi, folks. How are you?
It's weird how in between when I pressed stream...
Chris just wanted to make an...
Bam! Now, during that window, he transported magically from the Chernobyl reactor control room to the Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark storage facility.
Well, you know, it's where I keep my stuff, so yeah.
That makes sense.
Sorry about that. I could explain, but
not
it's not really worth it. Yeah.
It does not matter. How's everybody doing on Friday?
I woke up this morning with a Charlie horse. I was having a really cool dream where someone was like showing me their hedgehog or something.
Their hedgehog.
And no, seriously, I remember there was like a cute animal in the dream, and I even remembered his name, but I'll get to that. Anyway, so they had been passing me the thing, and the box dropped, right? So I was really worried that the animal had gotten hurt, right? Because it dropped pretty far, a couple feet. And so I think I flinched, and then it kicked off a Charlie horse in my left leg that woke me up, and is still hurting now, by the way, 3 hours later. And I was just like, this is the worst. Anyway, and I came up with a song to the sounds of silence, and I can sing it for you if you'd like.
At this point, really I feel like we're committed. We have to hear the song, but I hope it's short.
No, I only did one stanza. So, yeah, let me see if I can find it. It was on my phone because I had to write it down.
So
Go ahead.
Was the hedgehog's name Ron?
It wasn't. Although that is a great name. Where have we used that name before?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, hold on. I have to search my drafts on all of my accounts. Because I didn't email it, you know.
What a good system you got going there. Well, let's see.
Here it is. Are you ready? Hello, Charlie, my old friend. You've pulled me from my sleep again. I was having such a cool dream. I was playing with a hedgehog named Mo Green, and you ripped me from my slumber like a SWAT team, but more mean. And that's all as far as I got.
That's probably a couple of verses too far, but
yeah, but now we're 2 minutes into the broadcast, and let's get started.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Paul Simon thinks of it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Our first our parody-related copyright strike.
That's right.
You know?
We got a lot of weird stuff on the list today. I haven't read. Rob, you just posted giving alligators helium, but that
was Chris.
Oh, was that
That
Chris?
was me. Yeah.
All right, somebody posted it. I haven't read it.
Some jerk.
So tell me about this.
So the Ig Nobel Prizes came out. You remember the Igs? They're the sort of the parody Nobels.
Yep.
But they're usually based on real science. So one of the papers that they found was someone gave alligators helium to see if their voices would go all high pitched when they shouted.
You know, like you do.
Like you do. So they won a prize.
Not a good prize.
No, an Ig Nobel. So, you know, these are the ones who, you know.
Yeah, I love these.
They're fantastic.
They were seeing if body size made a difference to the pitch that an alligator would make. And for some reason, they had to put them in a helium box. But I also wondered, I guess they would know. I didn't know if the way an alligator makes a noise is fundamentally the same as the way a person makes a noise.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not sure, but I assume someone there knows that answer.
They get one of like, I don't know, a descendant of Crocodile Dundee or Steve Irwin, and like get him on the line, ask him questions.
Well, I know, you know, they make subsonic noises, like elephants, so they can communicate long. And there was a show or a movie, I can't remember which. It might have been an episode of Jackass, to tell you the truth, where they went and they figured out what tone the alligators would respond to, and they found out on the French horn it was a low B flat.
Huh.
That when they played this, it would cause like 2/3 of the alligators just to start bellowing, which was kind of interesting.
Wow, that's kind of cool, actually. I'm surprised that Chatcast would bring that level of science education to their show. You know.
Well, I don't think they were doing it for the science, just to watch the water droplets fly off the back of the alligators as they bellowed.
They did it for the lulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's funny because I put it up on screen here. Meanwhile, American researcher Richard Vedder won the entomology prize for, quote, collecting evidence that many entomologists are afraid of spiders, which are not insects. I love these guys.
Thanks. So it's
Thanks,
like the Darwins, but not for idiots, just for for scientists who are kind of misguided.
Well, I think that, you know, I like to think that scientists actually have a grand sense of humor. And so in between their serious work, they're like, you know what? I've always wondered this thing,
Sure.
you know, like somebody has finally given a name to the thing that has plagued me my entire life, diagnosing a long unrecognized medical condition, misophonia, the distress at hearing other people make chewing sounds.
Oh,
this drives me mental.
I could have told you this.
My wife has a bit of this. But my mother-in-law, like, there's stories about her throwing shoes because people were smacking or chewing potato chips too loud. Yeah.
That's especially problematic
when
you're recording a podcast in front of a microphone. Gross.
So gross, dude.
Yeah, my children are gross.
I need to wrap this thing in a pop filter again. That reminds me. I cannot stand it. Like my poor children, my poor children. I'll go. I look at one of my children. I'm not going to say which one. And she knows what I'm doing. She goes.
That narrows it down.
Yes, it's true. I only have one.
Your use of pronoun has identified the culprit.
And she's very well mannered, so I got to give her credit. But yeah, what AQI is up to 25 again, dude?
That's way better.
Come on, no, it's way better. But we were down to 4 yesterday. 4, Mr. Malda. Man,
that sounds like Michigan air.
Yeah, it was like super clean. It made me not regret living in California briefly.
So let's see. We got. I think I might have seen this living coffin story before. The mushroom.
I thought it sounded
coffins.
familiar too, but I hadn't seen the actual coffin itself.
Oh,
like I didn't know that they were layered with, like they use moss to keep the mycelium, stable and living long enough for it to start burrowing through your body.
Oh, great.
I was amazed this didn't come out of Seattle. Paul Stamets lives up there, and he's the one they based the Stamets character mycological basis in the Star Trek Discovery on. But yeah, this is like some Dutch guy. This is amazing.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I mean, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I always thought it was kind of strange that we, at least in the West recently, we decide we need to fill corpses with chemicals to make sure they don't decompose and put them in the earth forever. Where
isn't that the
where I
Civil
think
War?
we should just start eating our dead again.
It seems more efficient.
Wait. Again? What have you been doing, Mr. Roseboom?
Well,
we have good air quality in Michigan, but the food situation.
I'm talking about the 3.1% of my DNA that is Neanderthal.
It had to come from somewhere. I guess might as well eat it.
That's right.
Seems delicious. I like that my children know the word mycelium because of Minecraft.
Yeah, sure. Right?
So let's see. I didn't read this one yet, but Trump is... there's more things happening with Trump and TikTok.
I
saw the headline like 6 times, but I haven't read the article yet.
So he said that on Sunday he's going to block WeChat and TikTok from, I guess, download stores.
What's the legal basis for this right now?
Trump's mad.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think there is a legal basis.
Baby went boom boom,
well,
and they made fun of him.
They have a reason. Like it's never like it's always a disingenuous one, but they always have one.
I'm not sure they've gotten to that point yet. I think this might be one of those things that's spearheaded by a circus peanut declaration, and now everyone is scrambling, trying to figure out how they can legally do this and to put out an official statement.
Cool, that's gonna be fine.
Okay, so you really want to know the reason why?
I mean, I'd like to know the justification, whether or not I.
Hold on, I found a video that completely explains why everyone should hate TikTok.
So here comes the joke. Tick, 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 tick. Okay. Okay.
He really, really dislikes hand dancing.
I'm not sure I'm down with the new X-Men, to tell you the truth. I don't like the direction they've taken Storm.
This girl is basically a waterbender. No, I mean, so here's the thing. It's like, I sometimes go on TikTok and I'm like, it's just people having fun. And I'm like, I have a hard time seeing this as like a vast conspiracy of the Chinese Communist Party to infect our youth with hand dancing.
That's because you refuse to open your eyes, Chris, and see what's really going on here.
Wake up, man.
Yeah, that's the problem. Wake up, man. Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I
what
love
their,
it.
I don't know what the legal basis for it is. I guess I just wonder. I assume that it truthfully is because our president doesn't like Sarah Cooper, but I don't know that has any legal basis.
Well, there was the thing where TikTokers all registered to go to his Oklahoma rally.
Sure.
And so they overbuilt it. And it's like, that was really K-pop TikTok. That wasn't like American TikTok. It was just, random. So
it also kind of tells you how many people you actually need in your fandom in order to really be a problem. Because I mean, I don't know how many K-pop fandom people there are, but it's not 100 million. You can probably cause a lot of havoc with just a few thousand people who are super into it.
Yeah, and that was the number that they overshot was in the thousands.
Yeah.
So it wasn't,
Rob, have you seen that we're in trouble now because there's new mosquitoes? I mean, our air quality is good, but we got a new mosquito disease to worry about in Michigan.
A new one?
Triple E.
That's equine encephalitis.
Okay.
There's been a case here in Jackson County.
Yeah.
They've had
it's like horse murder hornets. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to put a horse down, and it may be spreadable to people, although it's very rare. But they've actually started spraying here this week. They've had two times planes have gone by and have sprayed Goose Lake across the street, Grass Lake, and a bunch of other places to try to nip it in the bud. Because, I mean, one pandemic a year is enough, right?
That's the quota.
Yeah. So is this one, does it just affect horses, or does it actually move to humans? And do they want you to stay inside because they're spraying? Or do they want you to stay inside so you don't get the horse disease?
They would rather you not stand in the spray of the pesticide, I assume. And without reading the article again, I think it is possible for it to move from horse to human, but it was very rare. I think they've only had a few people.
But if
5 confirmed human cases.
But if it goes from human to horse to human, then what was that? Well, I'm trying to remember what it was early in the COVID. There was like when it goes from bat to human to bat or something. There was a monologue that somebody did about that. Might have been a Sarah Cooper video, in fact.
Well, it's funny because like they had a story out this week where coronavirus was you can give it to your cats.
Yeah.
It's not clear if it can come back from cats, because then we would be run by cats.
Well, they had, when this whole thing broke, they had quite a few tigers who were showing up positive with the coronavirus at various zoos across the country.
Do you have a Carol Baskin on your soundboard there, Rob?
I don't. The best that I can do
Carol
is
Baskin.
the best
Still
I can
there?
do is
Husband. Oh, that's the Eye of the Tiger.
yeah, it's as close as I can get. I can get us to Europe.
That's the final countdown.
The final count. Oh, you're right. It has
Which
nothing
is-
to do with tigers.
Which is pretty close to Eye of the Tiger musically speaking.
Yeah, in your head. In your head, it's like Eye of the Tiger adjacent. So
80s
it's okay.
80s power ballad kind of songs. Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing the fix to wake up my son, Saved by Zero. That was okay. He liked it. So, yeah. Since we're in the 80s.
So my favoritist of actresses.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we might have talked about it here that supposedly Alison Brie from Community was in the running for She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and I was all on board with that. I felt like she could do a good job after being on Glow, but Tatiana Maslaney is the bomb. Her Orphan Black thing is next level cool, and like I
For
just
sure.
like her deal. So that's a good
For
casting
me,
call.
Yes, although I wonder, for me, it's going to be about the CGI,
Yeah.
right? Because she obviously is not a 7.5 foot tall, gigantic.
Whoa.
green lady. So
Explain.
I mean, I'm looking
So-
at her right now, Rob, and she's like at most 2 inches tall.
Yeah, I don't know if you know how people work, but the pictures are absolutely accurate to scale. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Rob, mine's 3 inches tall.
It's like a Hogwarts kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
well, I'm sorry you guys have those shortcomings.
Shortcomings.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
I think she's a terrific actress.
I think she's a terrific actress too.
She's so pretty and she's so smart and she's so clever. And I would
Oh.
love to see her as She-Hulk.
However, if the special effects are as good as, say, Arrow
Ooh.
or something, where they just cut her head off and put it on, say, Gronk's body and have him walk around, that's going to be distracting for me. So
I'm trying to think of like a case where they've got a big character in a relatively low budget, and I guess Stargirl had Solomon Grundy, but that was again the thing that
He looks pretty Xbox, man.
Sure, but the thing is that
And-
the thing that makes the Hulk in the MCU movies work is that you get such a big juxtaposition between nerdy Banner and like big giant Hulk. And you gotta pull that off. That character, even in anger mode, is acting. And I don't think Solomon Grundy is acting.
well, they use Solomon very sparingly.
Right.
Too.
Yeah, and usually through things like this,
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like jeez, what's his name? It's gonna bug me. Juggernaut, right? It's like Juggernaut always looks just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't pulled off a good Juggernaut yet. But she's
I
so
didn't
cute,
mind. I
She'll
didn't
do
mind the Deadpool 2 version of Juggernaut. They made him a little bit too slapsticky for me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's just because he was in Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
going to be slapsticky in Deadpool.
You're gonna turn Cyclops into a bunch of punchlines too. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good times.
Uh,
Good times.
That's right.
So yeah, she's a great actress. I just worry about what the final product's going to look like, how jarring it's going to be.
Yeah, this is for the series on Disney Plus, right? So we should assume a Disney Plus level of special effects.
Right.
So,
Mandalorian.
but they're not going to Witchblade this thing. They're not going to
No.
Witchblade this thing.
No, you're gonna see She-Hulk.
She-Hulk's going to come out every episode.
You're gonna either see She-Hulk before the title card, or you're gonna see She-Hulk as like the final act in the very first episode for sure.
Well, and
Exactly.
unlike the regular Hulk, she stays She-Hulk,
Yeah.
right? So she's going to be green the whole freaking time. So
that's just purely from a budget standpoint. That's a load.
I don't know. I saw Lou Ferrigno in one of the Star Trek YouTube things,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Hey, it's Lou Ferrigno." So yeah, I've been thinking about Hulk a lot the last couple weeks. So, but yeah, it's like I hope she likes green paint. That's all I gotta say, because she's gonna be wearing.
No, they're just gonna CG replace her. She's not even gonna have
You
to
think
sit in.
so?
They're just gonna not. She's not even gonna need a makeup chair. That's gonna be the best.
Yeah,
job.
you're right. You're right.
That's gonna be the best job that she's ever had. They're just gonna do
Listen.
full substitution, and I bet we're at the point now that we can basically do that without making the actors wear the crazy headgears and stuff.
Well, you're probably right, and I just want to point something out. I'm not actually in the Indiana Jones warehouse.
Whoa.
Yeah, seriously. There's actually a lot of computing power available, and it truly works.
Hey, it's possible. So there was a blue screen of death. We made it.
We made it.
I haven't done anything to this computer in several days, which is actually funny because I have sitting on the other end of my room